might we see in the coming years? Are true thinking machines or human-level AI a real possibility? And how soon might such a breakthrough occur? What risks or threats associated with artificial intelligence should we be genuinely concerned about? And how should we address those concerns? Is there a role for government regulation? Will AI unleash massive economic and job market disruption? Or are these concerns overhyped? Could superintelligent machines someday break free of our control and pose a genuine threat? Should we worry about an AI arms race, or that other countries with authoritarian political systems, particularly China, may eventually take the lead? It goes without saying that no one really knows the answers to these questions. No one can predict the future. However, the AI experts I've spoken to here do know more about the current state of the technology as well as the innovations on the horizon than virtually anyone else. They often have decades of experience and have been instrumental in creating the revolution that is now beginning to unfold. Therefore, their thoughts and opinions deserve to be given significant weight. In addition to my questions about the field of artificial intelligence and its future, I have also delved into the backgrounds, career trajectories, and current research interests of each of these individuals, and I believe their diverse origins and varied paths to prominence will make for fascinating and inspiring listening. Artificial intelligence is a broad field of study with a number of subdisciplines, and many of the researchers interviewed here have worked in multiple areas. Some also have deep experience in other fields, such as the study of human cognition. Nonetheless, what follows is a brief attempt to create a very rough roadmap showing how the individuals interviewed here relate to the most important recent innovations in AI research and to the challenges that lie ahead. More background information about each person is available in his or her biography, which is located immediately after the interview. The vast majority of the dramatic advances we've seen over the past decade or so, everything from image and facial recognition to language translation to AlphaGo's conquest of the ancient game of Go, are powered by a technology known as deep learning or deep neural networks. Artificial neural networks, in which software roughly emulates the structure and interaction of biological neurons in the brain, date back at least to the 1950s. Simple versions of these networks are able to perform rudimentary pattern recognition tasks, and in the early days generated significant enthusiasm among researchers. By the 1960s, however, at least in part as the direct result of criticism of the technology by Marvin Minsky, one of the early pioneers of AI, neural networks fell out of favor and were almost entirely dismissed as researchers embraced other approaches. Over a roughly 20-year period beginning in the 1980s, a very small group of research scientists continued to believe in and advance the technology of neural networks. Foremost among these were Geoffrey Hinton, Yoshua Bengio, and Yann LeCun. These three men not only made seminal contributions to the mathematical theory underlying deep learning, they also served as the technology's primary evangelists. Together, they refined ways to construct much more sophisticated or deep networks with many layers of artificial neurons. A bit like the medieval monks who preserved and copied classical texts, Hinton, Bengio, and LeCun ushered neural networks through their own dark age until the decades-long exponential advance of computing power, together with a nearly incomprehensible increase in the amount of data available, eventually enabled a deep learning renaissance. That progress became an outright revolution in 2012, when a team of Hinton's graduate students from the University of Toronto entered a major image recognition contest and decimated the competition using deep learning. In the ensuing years, deep learning has become ubiquitous. Every major technology company, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, as well as leading Chinese firms like Baidu and Tencent, have made huge investments in the